Diversity means to me that there's all kinds of people that exist, and that there's all kinds of variations with regards to cultural background, language, sexuality, physical and intellectual ability, age, size, and all kinds of other things, and that it's all good. I mean, we're supposed to be diverse as a species.
For quite a long time, my family was telling me that it's better if in a society like all people are kind of the same, when the society is homogeneous, because they're gonna be like united, they're not gonna be like all against each other or anything. But then when I came to Canada, I realized that it doesn't have to be like that.
My parents, being sort of very traditional Chinese parents, kept stressing to me about having Chinese friends and meeting Chinese girls when I became a teenager, and of course I kind of resented that a bit. I didn't want to be Chinese, and also realizing I was gay somewhere around my teens, I also kind of was trying to escape my parents, which is one of the reasons why I came to Montreal.
Nice to meet you, Chelsea.
Nice to meet you too.
I was born in Armenia, but my family immigrated to Russia, where we had to adapt to a new culture, and it was pretty difficult. It's interesting, me being in Canada, I became more and more Armenian than I've ever been before, but you're just saying that you're Canadian.
It was just natural for me to identify as a Canadian, and like I said, it was like almost forced or unnatural to try and identify with people of similar ethnicities.
I am very different from that of hearing people. I do go into the hearing world, so to speak, but I feel I don't have an identity there. And so I'm deaf, and that's who I am. I know some people have asked me if I want to get a cochlear implant or things like that to make me quote-unquote hear, but no, I do not. To do that would be robbing me of my identity as a deaf person. This is who I am, and I'm deaf, and I have a deaf culture that I live in.
Yeah, well, as a transgender person, I do face some challenges sometimes. I mean, I came out as transgender at work, 7 or 8 years ago, and for the most part, people were supportive. So it's not like I faced this outright discrimination or nobody said, "Oh, I'm not talking to you anymore because you're this evil, disgusting trans person." But it's more. Sometimes people discriminate in ways that they're not aware of. So I'll walk into a room and someone will say, "Oh, blah 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 blah, she," and the worst part is that sometimes people don't understand the discriminatory effect that it has.
There was one person that had to take down everybody's names, so she took the names of everyone except mine. Like, she just wrote Russian girl. And I was thinking, like, why couldn't you just ask my name? I have a name, I have a personality, I have my beliefs. Why does this little thing have to represent me, characterize me?
Did you know from this? You didn't know, right, that I actually spoke the same language as you?
I remember, at first when we started actually speaking English, and then we're like, "Oh, you speak Russian? Yeah, and you? Yeah, me too."
I actually don't remember that.
Yeah.
But
I always had a really bad, I don't know, I saw French in a really bad way. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I was like that before. But then...
Pourquoi?
J'étais tannée de la grammaire, j'étais tannée de la conjugaison. Je veux plus savoir des verbes, je m'en fous des verbes. Sérieusement. Là, je me rappelle. Oui, j'ai trouvé la grammaire, l'anglais tellement plus facile. Puis là, maintenant, quand je suis arrivée ici, je m'en allais finalement dans une école anglophone. Mais j'ai vraiment, je manquais le français, je sais pas pourquoi.
La diversité, pour moi, c'est la normalité, en fait. Parce que je trouve que c'est normal, on est tous différents. Je veux dire, il y a des jeunes, il y a des vieux, il y a des hommes, il y a des femmes, il y a des hétérosexuels, des bisexuels, des Africains, des Européens. Tu sais, je veux dire, la diversité, c'est normal. Puis je trouve que c'est important parce que dans le fond, c'est le manque de diversité, c'est d'essayer de nous rentrer dans les moules qui ont fait plein d'injustices sur la Terre, que ce soit, mettons, je sais pas, l'esclavage, le sexisme, les guerres de religion.
Not everyone has to be the same, and everyone is different, and it's enjoyable, it's fun, it's great to be diverse, we learn from each other. You know, if people were all the same, we're all the same culture, it'd be pretty boring life. But I think it's great that we have that diversity. Like, for example, here, you know, we have different experiences. We didn't know about these things, and we learn from each other. You know, because ignorance is not a good thing.
Well, diversity means to me two sort of things, two different levels. First one is diversity within yourself, because we are so complex, and diversity doesn't only mean race and culture and religion, but also means interests, beliefs, hobbies, opinions. All this make up who we are, and at the same time it reflects how much we have in common with each other, which is the second level in a sense, because that opens up. If we see each other, if we see ourselves in complex ways, then we can see how all of us are so different but also have many things in common with each other. So we're all very, very complex, very different.
It's true.
But also that's the beauty of it, and that's what brings everything together.